Duck, duck, goose, found a pussy in a dollar bin. Guess you forgot your galana bin. Can't get loose, get your guts, got your tongue tied. Rope burn on your hand, are you numb yet? I can go with a medication. Murder man, I can deal with you quickly. Every night, you can make it illegal. And difficult. That's what you do. Stood by your side through all of the lies, watching you cry for me. Get on your knees, apologize please. Now why don't you die for me? Tell me the king, really real things. Give me that diamond ring. Get on your knees, apologize please. Now why don't you die for me? I can go, but you keep medication. Murder man, I can deal with you quickly. Every night, you can make it illegal. And difficult. That's what you do. you were right this time, you were right this time. Take a look around, look what you did last night. What you did last night, never heard a sound. Yeah, I know that you told me one day you'd show that you were right this time, you were right this time. Oh no, now the truth comes out and I know that you warned me about it. Shallow, you were only ever in for yourself, yeah, in for yourself. Oh great, fantastic, you mastered it all. Lying like you can't stick, but that it's so long. Over your antics, you scared me out. I hope that you're happy now. Yeah, you're right this time, you're right this time. Take a look around, look what you did last night. What you did last night, never had a time. Yeah, I know that you told me one day you'd show that you were right this time, you were right this time, yeah. Blushing, hid your cards away for nothing. Time you told me you weren't bluffing. Guess I should have read the signs. It took so long to find. Oh great, fantastic, you mastered it all. Lying like you can't stick, but that it's so long. Over your antics, you scared me out. I hope that you're happy now. Yeah, you're right this time, you're right this time. Take a look around, look what you did last night. What you did last night, never had a time. Yeah, I know that you told me one day you'd show that you were right this time, you were right this time, yeah.
Echoes of your words crashing into me, drown me in your lies, and there's no way to breathe. And my walls will keep you down. I am safe without the sound of you around. It's getting colder, and I'm the storm that's taking over. And I'm the storm that's taking over.
Thanks, he is the hero. Yevney, oh dear, showing the back to Ambition. Oh no, he received a shot, now he's a one shot. Oh dear, Yevney, can he survive? It's the $1 million question now, can he survive? He race. Oh my god, oh no, he found a whoopsie, he found a, oh no! Oh no! Good evening, we are back with the 6th Proof of Skill Tournament, our rematch day. That is tonight. We are once again following Turks. And just read at your own leisure time for the Proof of Skill format. If you have followed my channel long enough, and if you have followed my streams in the last few weeks, you definitely know what Proof of Skill Tournament is. So why do you not know it already? And why are you watching if you don't know what it is? So I'm being very mean. Don't be scared. Turks have already earned 677 cups. They can earn as many as 2011 cups tonight. Previous skill tournaments are held on every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday, Sunday. And we have We are starting off with the round of 16, the quarterfinals, which is held in around 16 minutes. Roster for you is Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, Marc Gosti, Niki Lauda, Michael Schumacher, Lando Norris, Valtteri Bottas, Flytix, and also Stop Cry for 100, which is a 100% win rate account. Tonight, every is on Aqua, which is Blitz on BPSI, and alongside Nicolaus will be on Turks. My top 8 guesses as follows: Aqua, Veil, Raid, Endgame, APA, Souls, Turks, and Carnage. And this will change. The final prediction will be given after tonight's matches. That being said, though, a lot of people ask what happened yesterday. Just going to sum up very briefly here. Wargaming has decided to reschedule some of the matches to tonight. That is because there is data corruption concerning matches not being registered, results not being registered to the system, meaning they don't know the final scoreline for those matches. Therefore, matches like Veil versus HSOP, Raid versus Turks, and also BPS versus Serenity, these matches will be replayed tonight. The reason why, but there is a lot of controversy concerning that. First thing is that those games yesterday, and as you could see on stream for Turks vs Raid, they were conducted in a fair manner. So there were no any visible occurrences that shows that the games were conducted unfairly. We didn't see any ghost shells. We didn't see any big ping issues from both the teams, and we didn't see any of the results being written wrongly as the games progressed. And that I was asking whether Wargaming were unable to manually input the results for yesterday. But they said they could manually input the results, but they said they cannot confirm 100% that the bug, the data corruption bug, was totally unrelated to the battle dynamics, so they cannot prove this. Hence, they are going for a rematch for tonight. And my argument actually is they also have no evidence that the data corruption bug has affected the battle dynamics either. So it's pretty much guilty until proven innocent, or innocent until proven guilty case. And Wargaming decided to go for the principle of guilty until proven innocent, which for me is quite weird, considering Wargaming has always been acting on the innocent until proven guilty idea. And I really I really don't agree that the games that were played yesterday was not counted. Which for me, I think there is no good reason to do so. Basically, it's not like last autumn season with the Asia server, when the first previous skill tournament is. When the first previous skill tournament is well, let's say I mean, the results were invalidated due to terrible ping issues on the Asia server, and that affected a lot of teams. A lot of teams have cannot really play properly because of the ping issue they have. I think it affected one particular server, so they are now the entire bracket and restarted the entire bracket once again. That, I think, was a good reason to restart all the matches for the first previous skill tournament. I think it was a good job from Wargaming there. Even the summer season, where unfortunately there was an update right at the time of the tournament. Some of the players received the updates before the tournament starts. Some of them received during the tournament time period. So Wargaming invalidated that Ascent tournament results and rescheduled the entire thing to another day. That thing, it caused stirred a lot of controversy as well, particularly ASP and DWF, where they went all the way to the finals, only for that for those matches not to be counted. But you could see the point from Wargaming here that there is a reason where it could cause the matches to be conducted in an unfair manner. But yesterday there wasn't a good reason to support that. I mean, the battle dynamics were not affected because of the data corruption bug. So I really I really do not like that the matches were rescheduled, are rescheduled for today. Yes, you might. The data corruption bug might have affected the battle dynamics, but it wasn't proven at all. Although that being said, it wasn't proven that the data corruption bug has no effect totally at all to the battle dynamics. I do get that point, but once again, I'm going back to the innocent until proven guilty idea, and I don't think there is. I don't think there is anything that supports that the data corruption bug has an effect on the battle dynamics. So that's just my final rationale for Wargaming. I think they should count the results that happened yesterday. Are we going to see some clans actually getting stolen away their win? We will find out really soon, but yes, Adectivo, I'm streaming Turks tonight. So let's look at the results of. So the bracket is looking as follows. Vale versus HSOP. Their matches have played 23 minutes ago. I mean, for this stream, then it's 28 minutes ago. But it's going to be Vale 2-0 against HSOP. So HSOP will not be stealing the win for Vale. So they are so Vale are through to the next round. They will face Aqua. Sorry, this is wrong. So in a minute you will find in around 9 minutes you'll find really soon where the Raid's going to play seriously for the matches tonight. Currently they are just behind Immortals by less than 100 cups. Although Immortals are out tonight so far, Raid, if they beat Raid, well, actually, let's see. Let's actually update the leaderboard for you. Okay, the leaderboard has been updated. We're just updating Vale's. Yeah, Vale is there. And then we update Carnage's results as well. So yeah, at the moment Raid is just less than 100 cups behind, but Carnage currently is now in 5th position with 33,940 cups. BPS can rise further up the table if they beat Serenity tonight. Meanwhile, Vale and Aqua, Vale currently with 33,802 cups, and if they beat Aqua, they will be taking the 5th place once again. Slows are out, so they will be settling for 7th place. They will have fewer cups than Vale, while Immortals will also be settling for the 8th place. They have fewer cups than Serves and Vale, at least tonight, so it all depends on whether Raid will beat Turks tonight, and we will find out really soon on the stream. So I think I have explained the entire situation clearly on the stream, where I oppose Wargaming's notion in not recognizing the results for yesterday, based on the fact that there is no evidence that the data corruption bug has in any relation to the battle dynamics. The battles were conducted fairly, as you could see in my stream yesterday. Raid vs Turks, we didn't see any weird things happening there, so I really don't know why Wargaming is not recognizing the results for yesterday. I do see the point that they cannot prove that the bug, the data corruption bug, has no relation at all to the battle dynamics, but on the other hand, no evidence as well for the data corruption bug to have any relation to the battle dynamics. So hello Netful Falls, hello everyone. Hopefully we'll get more people watching tonight, and hope Turk's going to get there. Turk's going to go through to the semi-finals, and our stream will continue hopefully. Meanwhile, Serenity BPS, Serenity has announced that they are going to play their battles seriously. So it has come under a lot of scrutiny and not a lot of criticisms, particularly for the BPS side, mainly because the controversies around Serenity not upholding the results for yesterday, and they are for yesterday, which those matches were conducted fairly. Once again, I have to emphasize the fact that yesterday's matches were conducted fairly, and the rematches tonight should not happen in the first place, in my opinion. And I do not think clans should reverse the results they had yesterday, where the losing team should still be the losing team and the winning team should still be the winning team, not the other way around. Although it was given the opportunity, but I believe the decision was not a fair one in the first place. Hello, Danielius, what are you doing? Right, so let's hope Turks is going to win against Raid, so our stream can continue, and we will head into the room. Raid has not announced that they are going to play this battle, these matches seriously. Though they have not said anything about this issue. So what will Raid do in this situation? We will find out really soon. But other than that, the results for Veil vs HSOP and Turks vs Raid and BPS versus Serenity, they will not be counted towards the power rating, because we don't know in what context the games are conducted, and we don't know if it's a fair result to be included in the power rating. That's kind of my starting point here. It is, in my opinion, it's not the de facto result for those fixtures. So there we go. Naval Frontier, I believe Raid is going to take this one seriously based on the lineup they're taking. We are seeing Max Verstappen in the double 50Bs alongside Mark Ghosty, Flytix in the quadruple T125 alongside George Russell, Niki Lauda and Valtteri Bottas, with Landon Norris in the i7. Potentially. The i7 is a really weird choice here because it has mobility, however the gun can be an issue here. It doesn't have the best accuracy. In fact, it is one of the least accurate guns in tier 10 heavy tanks. It also has really low DPM as well, but it has a really good HE shell. So basically, if you find the backside of some of the paper tanks, I don't know, some of the tanks, then you can land a really big HE shell. I think the average damage for an HE shell for i7 is 600 damage, if I remember correctly, or 640. So absolutely, if you can land that HE shell, it can be very painful. Meanwhile, Raid might be going for 6. If this is the case, then we can confirm that Raid is going to uphold the results for yesterday, and I would say I would applaud them for that if that's the case. Because so far they are playing with 6. They have 7. They have Naro and Tamon spectating, which means they have 8 players which are active. So if it's going to happen, then no, it's not going to happen probably. They now have the 7th player in, which means they're probably going to take this seriously. Unless they are just going to show to us on the stream that for feating and allowing Turks to go through to the next round. But we will see. Raid are going with Toby in the Crown Wagon alongside JP, Blaster in the IS4, OG and Mermaid Boy in the double VK 90.01p, Barnacle Boy and Sick in the double T110E5, Hello Belle Delphine, and we have Naro and Tamon spectating. We can only hope though, but you cannot expect the losing team for yesterday to give the other team the win. But let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope it will be upheld, the results for yesterday. Let's hope Turks are going to show us some good performance. None of the teams are taking any mediums or lights. This is really rare in Naval Frontier, because Naval Frontier is a map that that has a lot of terrain and a lot of narrow corridors that will favor some spotting at the start. But both teams are so far going for full heavy lineups, and this means both teams would have very little capability of getting spots, especially during the mid to late game phases, where if rotation is needed or required, then they really want that medium or light tank to help them to get those information. Vice President said, pointed out a good point in. It's not raids or serenities or HSOP's fault if they reverse the results. That's a very important point. Because as I said, I don't agree with their decision, and secondly, the bug should not happen in the first place. Data corruption, but I don't know how it happened. Although they did apologize to that, but it shouldn't happen in the first place, and we should not forget about this. We are seeing Max Ghosty and Max Verstappen going in the double 50Bs. Let me head down. Are we going to see some cross shots in? Once again, Raid are going all the way to A, as already Turks have found a counter to this. They have put out 4 shots into Raid's forces. Look at this. Turks are really ready for Raid's strategy. I think this might be the perfect counter. For Raid's strategy, they are losing a lot of hit points here. Raid are losing a lot of hit points now. The 50Bs are rotating behind. George Russell is quite low. I think Raid's looking for George Russell, and I think Raid Turks need to come in and start to shut down the tanks with Raid OG now dead. Look at this. Turks are really very strong. This is just the perfect counter to Raid's strategy going all the way. And as I argued on my server, that this is not the viable strategy, and this doesn't give Raid a lot of room for improvisation and also adaptability. As you can see here, Turks just have the 50Bs in the middle, shutting down all the Raid's tanks, crossing into A, while Turks just bled them really hard. I'm not sure Raid needs to start changing this strategy if they are playing this seriously, or if they let Turks doing stuff like this. But well, this is a total massacre for Turks. Really good stuff from Turks here, and the first game surely will go to Turks. Unlike and we'll see how Raid's going to respond to their next one, because if they are playing it seriously, they probably would want to change something. But we'll see how Turks are going to change something up. But this is the right strategy against Raid's strategy on A. You can see it totally flopped for them. But it's 1-0 for Turks. Looking at the damage here, we have Turks with 5 tanks doing more than 2k, and Raid with 2 tanks doing more than 2k. So far, OG 0 damage. Yes, AMX tanks can be really good if you can make it work. And now Turks going to play in the have a T22 there. Max for XG on i7, yeah, probably that's quite a lot, 750. So you can see the i7 HE shell can be really painful. That just ups the DPM by quite a lot. And I think Raid is going for a similar strategy. but they're going to take quadruple T125, so that if they got rushed or kind of pincered once again, that would not be painful for them. But Turks, please don't spoil the results, Sebastian. Yes. There we go. Please do not spoil. Everyone will hate you if you spoil. Tuck's going with double crown Valentine, Max Verstappen, and Flight 6 Mach Ghosty in the Vickers Lights. George Russell in the ice for Lando Norris in T22, Niki Lauda in the T125, while Terry Bottas is actually in the triple crown bargain. Raid going with double crown bargain by Toby and JP, blasting the ice for quadruple T125 by OG Sick, Barnacle Boy, and Mermaid. Mermaid Boy or Mermaid Man. I just can't remember. Thank you, Stage, for the shout out. Remember to like the stream and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Will we see a similar strategy from Raid once again, because that strategy got absolutely knocked down by Turks' previous one. Turks this time, Raid are going for the same strategy it seems, and Turks. Oh, this is interesting though, because they are straying out. They are thinking that Raid is going to chase something up after they got literally pummeled by Turks there, and you can see Ray are sending the tanks once again all over the way. This time, Turks are not able to get some punishment in. Flight 6, Lando Norris is not careful enough, but already first shell from Max Verstappen into Raid 6 here. But Turks is going for cap lead, cap pressure formation this time. And Niki Lauda is just going into Raid spawn potentially, but I think the crown bargain, double crown bargains might be in some sort of trouble. Blaster and Sick are both spotted, but Raid will get A probably. Niki Lauda is spotted as well, but he is not spotting anyone. He spotted Mermaid Man. Mermaid Man might be isolated, but easily Raid can do a rotation. You can see the crown bargains are having some shielding over to Mermaid Man. That was a good shot from Flytex into Mermaid Man. A is now getting captured, and they don't need to do anything to stop that from doing so. Oh, JP, that was a good shell from Valtteri Bottas. Turk still doesn't have the hit point pool lead yet, but they have done so far so good in chipping away hit points of Raid. But that's still not a lot to begin with. Mermaid Man is getting hit by Flytex. It is going to be Raid that needs to make a move this time, with all of their forces near A. This is going to be somewhat difficult for Turks. Raid to do the rotation. Look at Niki Lauda getting the spots up for Turks. Raid, the double T125s are rotating. Look at the bleeding during the rotation. But absolutely, Turks needs to do something. Niki Lauda might be in some sort of trouble. Barnacle Boys looking for Niki Lauda here. Ray doesn't have the hit point pulling, but Niki Lauda has done really well to move back quickly. But Flytex, how is he not getting punished for crossing down to B? It's really weird. But Flytex, it's there to stop the Raid's forces from pushing any further. So far, Turk still with the hit point pool lead, but not by much here. Raid can still make that perfect push and shut down Turk's forces. And you can see Ghosty is hanging on really, really precariously there. I don't know, he needs to be exceptionally careful here. He might get under crossfire if he's not careful enough. Oh my goodness, he has taken a lot of hits there. But Flytex is also unsupported. Oh dear, this can go really south for Turks at this point. Raid are in good positions, but not Turks. Turks, their defensive setup is not the best here. Some important hit points been lost. Flytex is still spotted. He's hanging on there very, very lots of work to do for Flytex. A lot of pressure. You can feel the pressure there, but once again, Turks have did very well in triple hit points. They have found a breakthrough with Blaster. This might be a good move from Turks here. Blaster might be down very soon. That's going into B. I think initiate a response from Turks to shut down Blaster, and now Toby is now isolated here. And I think this is the tank that Turks are going for. Toby, good full clip into Max Verstappen, but now he's getting shut down by OG as well. Turks needs to start killing off tanks. Raid are in trouble. Lando Norris is still hanging on near the balcony. JP is trying to make a push, but Nicky Lauda is setting up that choke point really nicely here. This is looking really solid for Turks right now. They are leading by more than 4k of hit points. Look at 6 trying to go for Nicky Lauda here. Nicky Lauda is still really healthy and strong, but Sick and JP are very low. JP's down 1 shot to Sick. It's also down to potentially 1 shot, but he has the reactive armor. He can receive a shot there. JP is dead, and Turks now have 1,000 cap points. Raid would not overturn the result for today. And it's a 2-0 win, solid win for Turks. Congratulations, Turks. They are through to the next round. We are going to be seeing Turks in the semi-finals. My stream will continue. Congratulations to Turks. And Raid, I think, I don't know. I will still stand by my point that they might need to have some changes with their strategies. Because, as you can see, the first match, perfect counter strategy. If you know where Raid's forces are going, this is how you deal with that strategy. And secondly, you can see how difficult it is to rotate from A over to C when you don't have the caps. So well done to Turks. Showed us how to deal with Raid strategy there. So really good job from Turks. Roman saying Raid go go. I think I'm here to disappoint you. I'm sorry about this. Oh my gosh, Stage doesn't like triple crown bargains. Maybe you got beaten by Soz a lot of times, so you don't approve that strategy, but we are seeing Serenity still play against BPS. Ah. Do we have to play tomorrow again? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not wargaming. Oh my goodness me. Veil against Aqua. What's the results for Veil? They're still playing. Aqua's still playing against Veil. So far, no games have been overturned. Raid have lost to Turk 0-2. Raid did not play this. Raid played this one seriously, obviously. As you can see on the stream, they have a strategy. They are doing what they are doing yesterday, but maybe they're just doing the same thing as yesterday, just to allow Turks to work a counter strat. Maybe they have other strats on Navy Frontier. They're not doing the same thing because they're just doing the same thing just so that Turks can win that easily, more easily, I think. Maybe that's the idea of Raid. So we will wait. Serenity against VPS, still playing at the moment. So, currently, we have Turks in the semi-finals. They will know very soon whether they are up against Veil's second team or Aqua. So many spoilers. BPS versus Serenity, they're still playing, so we'll know very soon. I have a lot of replays, but I will show them during Saturday, because I am streaming the first day, so I have a lot more time to show you the replay. So I'm going to do that. Instead, I'm going to analyze the match yesterday for Turks against Raid, the third game match, tiebreaker. So I think this is a game that is worth watching and analyzing. So let's do that, shall we? We have quite some time. So So I think it's on Middleburg, it is. Thank you, Nepal Force, for the compliment. Waiting where they will be waiting for Aqua because Aqua currently aren't facing anyone. There we go. One yet, so I think after this match, this stream will end potentially, and if I get some response from Sirius, then I can. I think the matches will be counted for the power rating though, just because it's just kind of the bracket error, not the error with the game. Let's say hello to everyone so far. Hello to Yennefer, hello to Seek and Destroy, hello to Iron, hello to Roman, hello to everyone who is watching this stream right now. We are currently analyzing a match of Raid against Turks yesterday, the match at the tiebreaker it is. Not everyone is having some high ping, although there are like 2 people having this issue with Ghosty now capturing B, and Turks just going mostly to the hillside, so there's Raid actually. And let me just update the score before I forget. It's 1-0 for both. B is now captured by Turks, so Turks have the hit point cap lead. With Raid holding here, just going to keep a close eye on that. Landodoris is going to get into a very defensive position. A's okay, so you're seeing here Turks got cap lead on B, so Raid's going for A, which is a normal idea for them to do because they have no cap, so they want to have cap first so that they have room to breathe when the caps have taken into like 800 point territory, so that's the usual move, although it will give information to Turks as to they have some tanks on A, but it doesn't matter. Raid is not going for rotation just yet, and if Turks decided to push on the other side, absolutely, you can see Toby can rotate quite quickly and they have tanks there to hold. And OG can, as always, move back up to support the heavy tanks. I mean, Turks, they also have to be careful as well. If they decide to rush, I mean, they can try a rush, but also they don't have tanks near, enough tanks near C to make a push. But they can go aggressive because they know they have at least, they know at least one tank is not near C for Raid. So let's continue watching. He's now getting captured with Raid. George Russell is going down the middle. And Raid want to win this one because that's very important for them, as they would want to get into top 8. If they don't, then they are still out of top 8 at the moment, unless Wargaming is discounting all the results we are seeing tonight. Okay, so in this situation, both teams only have one cap, so the cap points will increase quite slowly. So both teams, their idea here is to chip away the hit points of the other team. So Raid, they can try to set up a rotation, but they don't need to do it now. They have a lot of time to set up rotation. So Raid, I think they are just putting themselves in position, and Turks as well, to set up crossfire into whoever is careless. And whoever is careless is going to give the team a disadvantage. So let's continue watching. So Niki Lauda is still spotted. Still stalemate gameplay with Turks having more caps at the moment. Mauro trying to put a shell into Niki Lauda. And George Russell at the, down there getting hit there. Is Raid going to win this one? Capso saying the game previously, so this still looks like anyone's game. It depends on which team makes the good rotation and which team just kind of falter off. Barnacle Boy is spotted and he's going for C. Will C get reset though? He's getting out of this cap a bit. Turks needs another lucky game to win. I think they probably need. I think they probably need one here. Still pretty stalemate gameplay. Barnacle Boys trying to get hold of C, but look at Turks just position themselves to deny any caps on C. Really good positioning from Turks right here. Lando Loris not doing anything, Ghosty not doing anything here. But if I were Turks, yeah, they just need to defend. They have caps. It really needs to be.
Let's skip a bit because
it is going to be them to reset C and hit points though. Because if they can end defending, because it's not going to happen until like 700.
Narrow.
So let's watch here.
Still
Hold down there, and it's still really passive gameplay from both teams. C's once again getting captured by Raid, and you can see the resets going into C. This is really good stuff. But on the other hand, okay, so now Raid have sent 3 tanks down the city side. Unfortunately, they got spotted by George Russell, which means Turks, they know something is going on here. But if I were George Russell, I probably would just pull back in this situation. Pull back a bit. Or just go into defending B. That's probably what I do. Or if you like, pull back, join the rest of the team to push the tanks near C. Because George Russell has spotted those 3 tanks near the city. So that means there are only 4 tanks up on the hillside. Turks have 5 tanks there. That medium tank in the southwestern corner, as you can see in the minimap in the bottom left hand corner, it just simply rotate and shut down those 4 race tanks very quickly. Yes, you will lose speed, but you kill 4 tanks, which will give you an extra 160 cap points. And absolutely, from this situation, you still have time to go down and get either A or B. So this is probably what I do for Turks. As for Raid, they need to be really careful though. They want to shut down the isolated Turks tank first, or the T-22 there. They want to catch them both for trying to coordinate with the other side to get a push. So I think this is what Raid want to achieve here. So absolutely, this tank and the tank in the corner here, they need to be isolated. Yeah, they need to be isolated. So let's see what's going to happen. We are seeing some big spots here down near this side, city side. I think that would elicit a response from Turks. They really need a response. That's a good move from Raid. They are now isolating that icefall down the church, but also they also have isolated Naro and Barnacle Boy Turks. They have to start making a move now. If they don't, they will lose a tank quickly, and Barnacle Boy and Naro and Django can regroup quickly, and maybe they will win. Maybe they will be able to buy enough time for Ray to regroup. So let's see what's going to happen. Response right now, and they started just immediately. They need to kill off the Ice Force. Barnacle Boy. Look at Turks now reacting immediately, but you still see Flytix at the back, but he has dropped the speed boost, so definitely he's coming in to shut down Barnacle Boy. So that is another good move from Turks. So both Ray and Turks did good moves. So it's still anyone's game. It's about whoever kills the tanks more quickly and whether Raid will get B. This is very important, and Turks will also want to get C so that they will have 2 caps, or if they lose B, they still have 1 cap to contend with. Needs to be shut down. That was a terrible bounce from Max Verstappen. The Valtteri Bottas needs to put that shell in. First shell in, second shell. Will he get a second shell in? Yes, he does. And the last shell, Barnacle Boy is really low. C's now getting captured at the same time for Turks. Turks with Barnacle Boy now dead. It's going to be important. George Russell is also dead. Now, Raid got B as well. Ghosty. Okay, so you see Raid also got B. But after they got the Ice-Fall, Turks did really well trying to kind of shut down the tanks down the valley. I think Raid, the problem here is that after they killed that Ice-Fall, they seem to hesitate a bit of what to do next. For me, either you go for Ghosty or you just try to hold down near the hill, or trying to get a flank from there, so you can try to counter pincer, if that's a good term for that, the Turks forces trying to go down to get Blaster. But let's continue. is isolated. They need to kill off Blaster as soon as possible, but I'm not sure with Lando Loris going back up on hill. Max Verstappen is looking for Blaster. Blaster is going to be killed by Turks. Turks is leading at the moment, but they only have one cap at the moment. That is really good stuff from Turks. Now the next tag they're going for is Jungle, and they knew that. The T22 will be trying to hold as long as he could, buy time for Turks to kill off Jungle. Turks so far lost one tank, but Raid 2 tanks already, so it's really pretty much very little time for Raid to make a comeback here. They absolutely need to kill the tanks near the southwestern corner very, very quickly. But they really need to start killing off more and more tanks. Ghosty is trying to buy as much time as he could. The Jungle needs to be dead, and Flytix is blocking Valtteri Bottas at the moment. With Ghosty now dead, this is still anyone's game. B's now getting you can see some good patient play there. Flytix doesn't have a lot of health. He can. I mean, a lot of people with a lot of adrenaline would just go straight in and push up and go for Jungle. But Flytix did a really good job there. He knows he's low in health. He doesn't want to be rash and taken out by race forces, so he pulls back and allows the Crown Falcon beside him to actually go forward first. So that's a good move. Let's continue to watch. Captured by Turks. Also, Turks getting back B is very important. They are not leading. They will be losing by cap points if they don't take another cap, and it's still really close to call. And Valtteri Bottas needs Jungle dead, and this is still really tight. Flytix is now really low. Narrow is near C, and this is still anyone's game. Landor is getting A. Both teams getting the caps at the same time, with Flytix now down. Valtteri Bottas is also very low. Mermaid Man is now dead. That is very important. This is still anyone's game. Toby looking for B, and Valtteri Bottas is now dead. Raid 930 cap points. Leonard Loris looking for Toby. Toby needs to survive. And Turks, oh my goodness me, this is really close to call. Turks, they need that kill to Toby, and if they kill Toby, and they will win, and they won. Yeah, so you can see Turks. You can see Turks did better in terms of connecting with one another in their shells and so on. Raid, slightly disjointed, and you can see at times they are somewhat confused into which tank they're going for. That hesitation cost them the game, especially when they're out in the open as well. So Turks did really well in punishing the hesitation of Raid here, and they really deserve to win that game. You can see some really decisive moves there, ready to go for tanks. You can see that they know which tank to focus. You can also see that if they want to go for caps, they go for caps immediately. Some really good plays from Turks, and this is a game that a lot of people should learn and watch from Turks. So that analysis is done. Let's look at other results for other teams. Aqua against Vale. It's going to be Aqua 2-1 against Vale, so they are through to the next round. They will be facing Turks, and the second team of Vales will be getting. Actually, if you can see the leaderboard here, the second team of Vale. This is going to come under a lot of scrutiny, I will say, because the first team of Vale got knocked out by APA in the quarterfinals 2 days ago, and they are finishing the quarterfinals, which only gives them 4,099 cups. Vale second team finished second in the end, so that gave them around 800 more cups. And tonight they qualified to the quarterfinals, so that gave them around 1,400 cups tonight. So that's a lot of cups. When you're seeing the table on the stream here, if you deduct 1,400 cups around approximately, that will put them below Loka. Yep. So the second team of Vale actually resulted in 1,400 more cups than the first team should have got. And I think you can decide whether this is something that might be, I don't know. I don't want to point fingers, but you can decide. But I know it's written. It's written in rules that you can send 2 teams, but then which team of Vale will we see in the Winter Season Championship? It's probably the first team, so I don't know. But let's continue to watch. We also have Serenity against BPS. Serenity have sadly overturned the results against BPS. They have stolen the win against BPS, which I think will come under lots of scrutiny as to whether that's legitimate. Although Wargaming said it's a legitimate call for replay, but we are seeing Carnage against Serenity in the semi-finals. BPS, which means Fujit's stream would be ending for tonight. I feel sorry for BPS and Fujit, and particularly for BPS. Their win yesterday got stolen, unrightfully stolen. That being said, though, HSOP and Raid are not overturning the results from yesterday, but Serenity did. So I think a lot of people would be complaining, I don't know, about this. It's not a matter of whether BPS deserves to be in top 8 or not by beating Serenity once again, but the problem is the games were conducted in a fair manner. There is no evidence at all that the data corruption bug has affected the battle dynamics at all. Whether it is de facto legitimate, the matches were conducted. So it's going to be the semi-finals: Aqua versus Turks and Carnage versus Serenity. Oh my god! Before I forget to get into the room. Oh my god! I almost forgot to accept the invite. We have Surjacked. I talk too much. Sorry about that. Surjacked in the IS4 alongside no one, but we will also see a double T125s by Coffee on the ground and at Gurji Kill. Afjack Supreme in the T20 alongside Dakudas. General in the Vekislite and Marek in the 215B. We have Ivano Grossity and Kuma from North spectating with Turks. Every Good Name Stick is also streaming this match, so no stream will be streaming Carnage versus Serenity. But we are seeing Max Verstappen up against Valtteri Bottas in the double Progetto 65s, Fly 6 in the triple T Ice alongside George Russell and Niki Lauda. We also have Mach Ghosty double T20 alongside Lando Norris. We're going to see very soon. Meanwhile, let me change the overlay at the same time because I got no time to change. Talked too much previously. So apologies, I would not be following the first few seconds for a bit, so oh, don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you very much for Capsule Gaming for mentioning this. So we are back. We are seeing Turks, Mark Ghosty, looking at Turks just going very aggressive on A at the start. They're probably... Oh... They're just very, very aggressive. Ultra aggressive. They're trying to pressure Aqua into a single pocket. Look at Turks rotating very quickly. I don't know, Turks, this strategy is really interesting here. Lando Norris is going to be shut down by Aqua's forces very quickly, but I think Turks are going for Marek, but he's dropped the reactive armor. That is going to be very important move. Absorb a lot of shells. He's dropped the reactive armor at the right time. Lando Norris is really low, and now Marek it's a one shot, but he has used the reactive armor to the best advantage possible. With now the projectors now dead, Turks have found the wrong target to focus on. And they're good now track. This game surely goes to Aqua. We are seeing at GQ also dead. Oh my goodness me, that you for real. No! General is somewhat low, but Turks, if they have not focused that 215B, that would have been a totally different story. But I think their adrenaline was really high. It didn't work out for them in the end. And Niki Lauda is dead with Mach Ghosty just going there. I think actually what Turks is doing is just doing some focus fire practice and focus fire priority practice. They actually are considering this match as a training. That's why you're seeing quite weird performance by Turks. Look at this. George Russell is now a two-shot here. Couldn't penetrate into Dakudas. And I think Turks, they are training for focus fire, priority, and so on. I think they have focused the wrong tank at the start. They should not go for a 215B. He dropped the reactive fire, but go for another isolated tank like IS-4. Then you would have a higher chance. The 215B, absolutely fantastic job. Holding as long as he could, allowing Aqua to kill 3 tanks, while Turks could only kill 1 tank at that moment. So look at the damage here. We are seeing Abstract doing more than 3k, Aqua with 4 tanks doing more than 2k, Turks, Flytix and George Russell doing more than 2k, but other tanks did less than 2k. This strategy could work. I could see it work. I could see it being as a training strategy. Maybe not the triple one IS-4, maybe go for a triple T110E5 or triple Crown Wagons. Maybe that will help more for your training, but it hasn't worked for them. So there we go. Well, we're going to be seeing Aqua. Oh, they're going to change up a bit. They're going with triple T22 mediums. We are witnessing the CIS server plays Surject in the Kramwagen, General in the Vicus Light, and we are also seeing AdGG here in the 215 and Marek, potentially in the 215B, or is it not going to be the case? In the 215 instead, Turks are going with triple IS-4 by Max Verstappen, George Russell, and Lando Norris. Triple T110E5s by Flytix, Niki Lauda, and Valtteri Bottas with Mark Ghosty in the Vicus Light. So currently Aqua is leading, and we'll find out really soon. There we go. So Turks go with a much heavier lineup. They only have Ghosty in the Vicus Light. What is their idea here this time? They have a lot more hit points. Maybe this is a big brain move. Maybe they're playing that strat in the last game just to kind of get Aqua to take a really light lineup. And look at them, now Turks are leading by more than 2k hit points. But Aqua once again, are they doing a focus fire training here? But Mark Ghosty might be in loads of trouble. He needs to get out of this safely because he's brought up 4 mediums and lights. Now he's going to get out of this safely. Oh, getting shot once. Oh, General getting shot at here. Turks started this. Alright. Ghosty is back. George Russell is held down there quite hard, but yeah, Dakudas is in the Aqua now. He's not in Legion anymore. Flytix is just going straight past Aqua, not trying to punish Flytix for going straight up like that. But Aqua, well, look at them. I think Turks, it's not a mental move here. I think this is possibly a good mental game. That is from Turks. I do see what you're trying to achieve here. With Turks now leading by more than 4k hit points. Surely Aqua needs to do absolutely brilliantly. George Russell is going to be the focus for Aqua, but Lando Norris and potentially Mark Ghosty can come in, support George Russell with Lando Norris looking for AdGG. AdGG is a bit low. George Russell still relatively healthy. Got shot by General. By Mark Ghosty. Is still at the back trying to do something from it, but at the moment Aqua has done brilliantly in trying to reduce the hit point pool deficit they have originally at the start, and now Aqua are less than 1,000 hit points short of deficit. Now they food around to more than 1k now. And Turks are going for Ivano Grosny. Good focus fire priority here, but Max Verstappen is a bit low. Ghosty is going for Marek potentially. Marek is the isolated tank for Turks. Turks are looking for Marek. But still hit points still in favor of Turks with Max Verstappen now dead. This is still really close to call. Oh, that was a terrible bounce from Valtteri Bottas. We got Ghosty now dead. I think Turks now are not focusing their guns onto certain tanks, with Marek receiving a big shell from Valtteri Bottas. Good shell from Lando Norris onto Marek, but Valtteri Bottas will go down really soon. It's 4 vs 4. Aqua still can win this one. Albeit not leading in hit points, down by more than 3k, and this seems to be Aqua for the first time leading in hit points. And Flytek's dropped the reactive armor, that's important. But Turks, their guns are not connected here. Look at the heavy tanks going about really awkwardly. Look at them. And Flytek's going to go down as the next tank. And finally, 2 tanks left to life for Turks. Aqua will take the next one, and Turks will be settling for a 3rd place at most. Turks, really good opportunity to win against Aqua with the amount of hit points they once have. But I think it's really the bounces and misses, and in the end, the focus fire, which costed the game. But Aqua, they also made use of the mobility with the mediums and lights, and they deserve to win that game in the end, despite at one point under 3k of hit point deficit. And this is the results for you, with Aqua 5 tanks doing more than 2k and Turks 3 tanks doing more than 2k. So congratulations to Aqua, they deserve to go through to the finals tonight, and ARWV will be streaming that match. Wow, I will be back with Turks. We'll be looking at the match for 3rd place. So once again, Turks is the 7th team to be in the semi-finals, at least for the final stage. 7th clan, I mean. But I have to change some score, and I would also change Is the room up? Nope, not yet. I have to be more careful with that. Almost missed that last time, and Serenity is still playing against Kana, so they are probably heading into tiebreaker. And we don't want to miss any moment, so let's actually generate the bracket there on the right. So Aqua through to the finals, and Turks are going to be settling for a 3rd place at most. While Carnage and Serenity, I have forgotten Serenity here. So the leaderboard will look like this right now. So after tonight's matches, we are seeing Serenity now with 33,281 cups. Turks are going to have 36,594 cups, with Aqua potentially overtaking Endgame tonight. Shall they win the finals? Currently they are with 37,426 cups. They just need around 400 cups more, and I think they will overtake and they will overtake Endgame if they win their final game tonight. So Carnage versus Serenity is still happening, and Serenity at the moment 33,281 cups. If they win against Kana, they will go. They will advance to the top 8. And on Saturday, I will be following Immortals and their attempts to get back into the top 8 probably. This is going to be interesting to watch, and obviously the final day I'm going to stream one of the top 8 hopefuls there, so you will not miss any tense affair for the clans scrambling for the top 8 spot. Unfortunately, I think Loka is pretty much out of contention after they have lost to BPS in the round of 16, which is not looking good for them at all, and they really need to perform exceptionally well for the 7th through the skill tournaments in order to get back into the fray. but it might be too much for them to handle. HSOP on the other hand, they will still be under trouble because they do not have good seeding. As for Saturday and Sunday, there are more teams that will help them, but they will still be facing some really good clans at an early stage. So if they go past the quarterfinals, that is good for them, but they also need to do more than that. So let's hope that HSOP will get good seeding, luckily, in the next two Proof Skill tournaments, because they are totally not safe in the top 16 at all. So Kana still playing. Kana has beaten. Am I locked out? Oh dear. I think I'm locked out. This is strange. I'm not receiving any room invites. Oh. So it's going to happen at a later time. Okay, so we are seeing, so it's going to happen in around, 18 minutes, which is really strange. Usually the match for third place will happen instantly. But it's going to be Serenity 2-0 against Karna, and Serenity are through to the finals facing Aqua. And that means Serenity will be gaining... Serenity will be gaining a lot of cups. Now they are now in the 6th spot. If they won the tournament tonight, the previous skill tournament tonight, they will further secure a spot in the top 8. I think a lot of criticisms will be directed towards Serenity for that, for winning against PPS, and then Veil, the extra 1,400 cups gained from the second team, not from the first team. I think these will be the two controversies that will be rallying up a lot in the next few days. So yeah, you're right about this, Berserk. They lost the focus fire at mid game to end game. Yeah, do a look at Aqua's games against Serenity. They will be really fun to watch, but also I will be happy if you stay until the end and watch Turks against Karna. Oh, bye, Nepal. Thank you for joining in and watching my stream. Hello, Trad Pete. Tracer says, Belle Delvine. So it's going to be Turks versus Carnage in the match for 3rd place. We still have a lot of time. Let's see how much time I get. Should I go and analyze another match? Yeah, it's just going to happen in around 60 minutes, so absolutely go for it. Let's go for a game to analyze. So let's go for nope. I think not Turks versus Kraken Esports. Which game should I go for? Let's go for the Kraken Esports. It's Turks against Kraken Esports game, then, which I think it's good to see probably. So let's go over there, shall we? But that you could be expecting as well. But so far we are not seeing. We are seeing Turks taking 3 mediums of light. So don't be shocked about this. It's kind of common in Oasis Palms, although like. Bless you. Heavy tanks are better in quite a lot of situations, but medium tanks, the terrain and the open map, this helps them in getting hull down positions as well. Turks, without a hit point advantage, how are they going to approach this? They surely do not want to bow out of this tournament. Oh, stop changing your ammo. But Ghosty is going to get some spots. That's iconic. Oh, come on. Thank you. Ghosty is going to get some spots up. No, he's not getting any information. I'm a bit interested into Dragov's position, because no way would Turks go so aggressive past C. Would that spot be able to get some? I think Dragov's that position is meant to spot tanks crossing in the middle. That's probably I thought, because because like has good view range, but I as I always say, people have been overestimating it, because it's really not just the 300 meters of view range you have. The enemies also have camo. Don't forget about this, and camo rating is different from different tanks. So in the end, your view range would just be down to like something like 260, something like that. Do not forget about the camo. It will reduce the view range of the Vickers light. So I mean, if you see what I mean, so don't overestimate the view range of Vickers light. It's brilliant, but at the same time, it's not as like overwhelming, or like it's iconic as it is to be pictured out. So you still do not want to play too defensively in the I think it's like you still want to get to the all usual spots. You have higher chances of spawning tanks up, but don't fall back too much. So far, there we go. Shogun and Addis are both spotted. A is now getting captured by Kraken Esports. But George Russell is getting hit at Turks. I think the battles we are seeing Turks losing a little bit too many hit points unnecessarily, which in my opinion, if they keep on doing that, they will probably lose. But so far so good for Shogun is capturing B. This is no. Sneakily, but no, this is very dangerous. Yes, you can get B, but the problem is, as you can see, crossfire from this angle. I mean, they don't have A. From this angle, the heavy tank can put some shots in to this angle. I don't know about this angle, but you have 2 angles that you could get shot at. But Shogun only took 1 hit there, so he's trying to get away from B. They will get the Catway, but it will be really dangerous. And you have Turks near the spawn quite aggressively there. So Kraken Esports, yeah, they might have Catway, but now next thing they do is to conserve hit points. And hopefully Shogun would not take too many hits though, although he can take quite a lot of hits. Dragov's also getting spotted, which is a very important information for Turks to work with. How are so still in top 8? Don't ask me. I think they did really well in the group stage, so that's why they're in the top 8. Showing the backside, 2 Turks forces, but he's able to get off B safely now. B is hard to be reobtained to get once again, and I think Turks haven't been able to punish Shogun for running away from B quickly enough. And I think Turks now, without hit point advantage, they are surely under huge hit point disadvantage. No, they are surely through. I mean, as you can see, two disadvantages they have with hit points and also the caps. This would mean Kraken Esports have a lot of advantage. If you have both caps and hit points, the enemies will find it hard to rotate because they need to really find that only weakness from Kraken Esports. Kraken Esports at this point, stay safe, don't lose hit points, defend B. This is all what Kraken Esports do. And Turks, absolutely, the first thing you should not do is to go for B, because as I said, Kraken Esports, they have caps. They are looking for B. It's the cap they're worried about. So they will position their forces onto B. So the first thing to do, find which flank is the weakest for Kraken Esports and rush from there. First, secondly, go to B. When you rotate it and rush on one side, that would distract the forces of Kraken Esports, and they would deal with that side. That would mean that would leave B somewhat in the open, and Turks can go into B and reset that. So we will see where Turks is going to rotate. You do not want to rotate on one side only. You probably want to rotate 2 sides or even 3 sides if you are ambitious enough. But let's see Turks, how are they going to deal with this situation? This is really tough one to call. And looking back, Verstappen is looking for Kraken Esports. Oh, drag up! Oh, really good job from Max Verstappen. Drag up spotted already spotted. I don't know why he didn't go back, because they know where he is. Turks have sent tanks to try and shut down drag ups. Now he's running away. That could be a little bit too late, so he will get punished a lot for that, and you will see very soon that he did get very hit. He did get hit very hard. My BL position might be over peaking here, but they still don't have the hit point advantage. Oh my goodness me, Dragops! Oh, Turks have done really well punishing Dragops for being quite careless. If he is not careful enough, he will die, and Kraken Esports will be very mad about this. They have lost the hit point pool advantage already, despite leading by 1k at the start. Yeah, now Turks are pushing the lineup. You can see the main idea probably is to get push the lineup gradually, and then they were just trying to elicit respawns from Kraken. Try to do a 2-flank push at the same time, so it will mean that Kraken Esports will find a hard time to kind of find which location to push. If I were Kraken Esports, however, you know that their mediums, the mediums have lower hit points and also worse armor. So I think, logically, they would go for this counter push. While B, I think, would they try to defend? It will be hard for them if they go for a counter push at the start. But absolutely, if they killed off those tanks, those medium tanks there, they can start and try and shut down tanks near B, in my opinion. So, in my opinion, the next thing to do after rotating out back to their spawn is to go for B, because this is what Turks are going to do when the mediums are getting rushed. And well, Shogun needs to run away. Turks are trying to press their line in. They are ready. Oh, Shogun! Oh, that's a very careless mistake here. Shogun should not have taken these 2 hits there. These 2 tanks are spotted already. Got the information. Remember, T20 has good armor, but not as good as the heavy tanks. So you cannot consider the T20 as a heavy tank in this situation. So let's continue to watch. Oh my goodness me! Tries to get information for Kraken Esports for overpeaked horrendously. They still don't have the hit point pool advantage. So I mean, Turks now, they don't have the hit point pool advantage, but Shogun will be shut down. I think yeah, but I mean, Kraken Esports still has a hit point pool, cap lead, so they can still stay at where they are and try to reset B. But Turks are piling the pressure, as you can feel Kraken Esports under a lot of pressure. Mediums have played a little bit too carelessly for Kraken Esports, and now Turks have got B, and they are now controlling the temple. We're seeing Kraken Esports now bleeding a lot. Their positioning is now going to be under a lot of fire from Turks. Mimic is going to die really soon, and he is. It's going to be 7 versus 5 right now. Kraken Esports are falling apart. Yeah, I mean, Kraken Esports, yeah, finally they go for Ultra 140 and T20, but that's too late. Now they have lost 3 tanks. This is going to be really hard for Kraken Esports to make a comeback here. They do not have the hit point advantage. Dragos is now dead, and at different radium is going for Lando Norris. Lando Norris is dead. The hit points now in firm favor of Turks, and Kraken Esports looking for Max Verstappen at it, and radium is going to kill Max Verstappen, and they did, and it's 5 versus 3. This game will surely go to Turks, and I think the main reason Kraken Esports just being very, very careless with their mediums and lights, so they have to be really, really careful. Kraken Esports are currently out of top 20, so if Turks lost against Kraken Esports today, it's kind of a big upset here. With now Turks getting 3 caps, they are not faced about a lot of hit point disadvantage and also cap disadvantage at the start. And Turks really made a nice comeback here, and they will go through to the next round. There we go. So this is Turks versus Kraken Esports. So you can see how Turks is controlling the tempo really, really well here. And let's look at 10 viewers. So not a lot of viewership. Well, anyway, I think the room should be up. There we go. Room is up. We are seeing Carnage versus Turks. Let's change. And change the overlay as well. While we wait. I think this stream is going to come as one of the least watched stream for Crucial Skill tournaments. Why is this? Why does it say Aqua here? It should be Turks, not Aqua. Wait a second. That should be right now. There we go, and let's get the logo for Carnage. So, looking at the lineup for both teams, Turks going with a double projectile strategy. They have to make it work. It's once again, I think they are also trying to train. I think it's kind of they're treating the games here as trainings more than like a natural serious one. So let's hope they are going to get something from this with the double projectiles. Maybe it's a strat they have, but maybe it's just a training battle for them. But we're seeing double projectiles from Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas. Fightix in the T125 alongside Licky Lauda. Mark Ghosty in the Vickers Light with double IS4 by George Russell and Landon Norris. Carnage is going for Anya on off, isn't it? Yeah, Anya on love in the T125. Flankeo Jones or Misko Jones in the double crown variant onside. That's what she said. Romeo Jones in the IS4. I thought that's what she said is in the second team, not in the first team. I mean, for the sixth Crucial Skill tournament, at least from what I checked previously, but maybe they have a switch up at the last second, we don't know. Romeo Jones is in the one IS4. Surely it is Shogun. But I hope you will learn something from this match. Oh. Lol. The Blue Star is playing in the T123. Black Star, sorry, it is. I mean, he's watching this stream, so he can't be playing now. No Panel Life is in the T22, and Utair in the famed Vickers Light. He loves the Vickers Light a lot. Let's see how he's playing this tank. He's really good in this tank, so don't underestimate. With Ventium on the subs bench, maybe he is not. Maybe he's allowing others to call, and Addicted is also spectating. We'll find out really soon. How both teams going to approach Vineyards? There we go. Carnage on the south side with Turks on the north side, blue team. Let's see how both these two play this. Absolutely, Turks does not need to win this match. They are pretty safe in the top 8. It is Carnage which needs the cups because the top 8 battle is still really close. Albeit Loka falling out of the fray now a bit. But Ute is going to cap this one. Oh, is he going to get a reset though? The double projectors, whoa, just missed onto Ute. I think Ute, oh no, getting tracked. Oh no, can he get it? Can he get it? No, oh no, Turk's starting this one really well. I think Ute, I think just panic a bit like just there. Oh no, he's now down to a one shot. He's going to die very soon, Ute. Oh no, he is really low. He's now down to one shot and he's trapped there. Nothing can be done from Carnage here with Ute. Romeo Jones also took a lot of hits, took another hit from Turks. Turks started this one really well. It's definitely a strat from Turks with the double projectors. They killed Ute. Really good job in shutting down the tank on B. This is a strat here. And Carnage doesn't seem to know how to react to that situation. It's now going to be 6-7 for Carnage right now. It's going to be really hard for Carnage to make a comeback here. Turks really played this one really nicely. And I think Turks are now going to push the lineup and apply pressure onto Carnage. Carnage, they really need to find a breakthrough. But it is going to be increasingly difficult for them now in the positions they are taking. Turks doesn't need the caps. They have a cap point lead here. Oof. Oh, you want me to talk about Canada now? Maybe I'll do if some of them will be playing on Saturday. But George Russell getting some crucial bounces. Romeo Jones is now one shot. He will get killed very soon. Turks are still controlling the tempo this really well. Black Star is now 2 shots. Turks, they're looking for no pen, no life. He is now isolated and really Carnage, their formation dissolved after losing Ute in B very quickly. They need to find a contingency plan should that happen once again, because absolutely you can see Ute panicking after he got reset on B, and now no pen, no life is going to be killed by Mach Ghosty. Carnage now half the hit points of Turks. This is going to be really tricky for Carnage to make a comeback here. Nicky Lauda is going to be putting a good shell into Nicky Lauda and Onya One Love, I mean. And it's going to be Flytix killing off Onya One Love with Flankeo Juice now one shot. And Black Star, the last man standing. Turks is going to be winning this one relatively comfortably. Good start from Turks. Good strategy at the start, and Carnage, they need to work out how to deal with that situation, because I think we are already seeing this kind of counter strategy being increasingly popular for the north side, trying to shut down whoever's trying to get B at the start. And you can see Carnage 2 tanks doing more than 2k. Ute is actually not the player doing the least damage. It's actually Romeo Jones doing only around 400 damage. Turks 4 tanks doing more than 2k. That's a dominant performance by Turks. And what is going to be changed for Karna's side, because that looks really lackluster to me. Carnage is going with Onya One Off in the T110E5 alongside, that's what she said. Flankeo Jones in the 50B. We have double T22 by No Pen No Life and Ute. We have Black Star in the Bat Chats and double 50Bs by Flankeo Jones and Romeo Jones. Snitch, you're absolutely genius. You're right. Blue Star's not playing CAC. Can we have a petition to bring the Blue Star back into the first team? We also have No Pen No Life. Now change it into the Object 140. So Carnage going with 3 mediums or lights. This is actually typical of Vineyards. It's very undulated, quite open as well. Very good for mediums to... Oh, No Pen No Life is changing back into the T22 medium. Very good for mediums to work hard down. On the other hand, with Turks with double Crown Balance by Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas. Nicky Lauda in the ice fall alongside George Russell. and double Vicky's Light by Mark Ghosty and Lando Norris, and fly ticks in the 2 and 5B. There we go. Let's change the overlay. Turks this time on the south side, blue team. Carnage, north side, red team. Let me change the scoreline before I forget. So Carnage this time is going to commit most of the forces near A, and Turks will be committing most of the forces into the city side. So they're ignoring B totally, so Black Star doing the strategy, you can see what he's trying to achieve here. He's trying to reset B, but Turks are not putting anyone on B. This is an interesting strategy for Turks. What does Turks have in mind? Are they going for a very sneaky move? Or are they going for C? The double flick is like, oh, Lando Norris is spotted. That's what she said. It's also spotted. Turks follow cap, but we all know that they have a special idea there, but they have to make it quick because now Carnage with a cap. The hit points are not in favor of them. Oh, they're trying to get C. I mean, Lando Norris is already spotted, so absolutely no good reason for the Vickers Light to ignore C at all. So C is going to be captured while Romeo Jones is sitting at the back, very isolated. He's looking at the corridor though, but I don't think Turk is going to commit any forces to that. Carnage with around 75 cap points of advantage. Turks just only need 1 kill to swing it back into the favor. So Turks, at this point, both teams are going to be holding with 1 cap. And this is going to be on Turks. I think what they're trying to do is to get into positions and chip away the hit points of Carnage. If they find some careless tanks from Carnage, they're going to shut it down. But absolutely, Turks need to be careful not to be shut down by Carnage on the other hand. And the messages have been deleted. I don't know what you're saying here. You did it twice. I don't know what happened. Max Verstappen going up here. Are they trying to get B though? Carnage will be looking at B. This is the idea there, because B is a uncaptured cap. Uter taking some hits there. It is actually Carnage losing some hit points. That's what she said is spotted. That's an attempt. Oh, B is now getting captured. But no, Carnage are not. Oh, Carnage not sending any tanks. An attempt to. Oh, that's a good attempt. Some XG shells going on. Turks would not be getting B there. They almost snatched B out of Carnage. Oh, George Russell taking some hits there. So another XG shell. But still, Turks with a hit point pool lead there. So far, so good. Turks trying again for B, hinting on the fact that they have no one resetting B. But George Russell put a good shell into Uter. Now Turks have more than 2k hit points advantage. I think Turks, next thing they should do is to start rotating, because they still have the advantage before George Russell gets absolutely shut down. And I think you can see the weakness in Carnage lineup here. The T110E5s will be the tanks that the Turks would like to go for. George Russell is quite low. Turks still have 2k hit point advantage, but cap-wise, Carnage still leading. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Turks, they should not lose hit points now because they still don't have the hit points. Oh, they have the hit points, they don't have the cap points. Well, this is going to be really tense. Carnage still with the hit point, cap point advantage. Turks only leading by around 1.5k. Look at Carnage setting up their guns onto B. I don't think Turks there. I don't think they will go for B at the start. A, however, is left out in the open. They have shots on A as well. Turks, the only move they can do is to rush. Absolutely. I don't know why Ghosty is so far at the back though. Just no. I don't think this is a good choice from Turks. Turks still trying to go for B Carnage. Definitely reset, you know. Go for kills here. Alia One Love, and that's what she said, is really, really low. Turks needs to start rushing these tanks. They have killed off Alia One Love. Gave Turks the cap points now. Max Verstappen's a bit low. That's what she said. Needs to put a good shot into Max Verstappen. That is an important kill here. But they kill off. That's what she said as well. Turks still leading in hit points. And B's now getting captured. They have distracted. But no. Romeo Jones there to reset B. But no Pendle life. Kills off Flytix. This is still really close to call. It's 4 versus 4 at the moment. Carnage with 50 more cap points. 10 more cap points. Oh no, but Turks got no pan, no life. It's 3 versus 4 here. They just need to stay alive. Turks just need to stay alive with Romeo Jones now. One shot. Can they kill one more tank? I don't think so. Turks will be winning this one potentially unless there is something surprising happening. Romeo Jones dead will mean Turks will be winning this one 2-0 against Carnage. What a game that was. Right. So looking at the damage here, we have Carnage with 3 times 2k Turks, 4 times 2k. At least they didn't go for caps at caps at the end. At least they got for that good. At least they went for kills. Good job from Turks here. Carnage were made to play for dropping a little bit too many hit points mid game. They will be worrying about these kind of minor mistakes that is costing them the game. They have to keep the cap point advantage. They just need to stay safe, conserve hit points, try to punish Turks for their carelessness. But Turks did really well punishing Carnage for being careless. Almost. I mean, they almost played with 5. George Russ is trying to get B. I mean, this is what Carnage will be doing at this moment when they have the cap lead. Obviously, looking at B because it's a cap that they don't want the enemies to get, and a little bit on A as well. And in the end, Turks went for kills, which is the right move. And they will be Carnage will be settling for the 4th place, while Aqua against Serenity. Let's see if there are results already. So they are still playing at the moment. So we will just wait until the results have been announced. So meanwhile, we'll update the leaderboard for you there as well. So Turks will be settling for the 3rd place. Carnage will be finishing tonight with 33,940 cops. Will Serenity leapfrog them? We'll find out really soon. But Turks currently with 36,904 cops. They are now in 3rd place. Still very safe in the top 8, I must say. But look at the 5th position all the way down to the 12th position. No, all the way down to the 11th position. They're just only around 800 cups apart. It's still anyone's game. Anyone can still pull out a surprise here and overtake the others. Ooh, what the heck has happened? Why is Kevin Guy spamming the chat? I need to know if that's what she said and Blue Star just playing with one another. Oof. So please be nice to people, and let's look at the results for Aqua vs Serenity. Still playing, so it's definitely heading into a tiebreaker. Who is M? Good question. I don't know. Don't ask me. BPS so I'm going to update the power rating for you, and we'll check the results there. Ooh, luck not on Carnage today. I think they're just a little bit lackluster tonight, so maybe that will change for for Saturday. Juicy's clapping. So Serenity lost to Aqua 1-2. So Serenity will be settling for the second position. So Serenity will not be overtaking Carnage tonight. So because of this, I'm just going to double check. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Should be 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. Power rating will be as follows, and going to update the leaderboard. So congratulations to Aqua for winning the entire thing tonight, and commiserations to Serenity. But also really huge commiserations to BPS for having their win stolen from the grasp tonight. Capsule saying he wants to join ENT. Hello, Mer, how are you doing? So Aqua 2-1 against Serenity, and the leaderboard is showing that Aqua will be overtaking Endgame. Yes, it is going to be the case. Aqua now first place ahead of Endgame, but both of these teams have not qualified to the next stage yet. Top 8 is still up for grabs. If it were not the second team of Vale, then it could have been Immortals in the top 8 instead of Vale. But we will see for the next two previous skill tournaments if Veil is going to bring the second team is going to deliver more cups for them. But at the moment, it is what it is. The top 12 remains really tightly contested. You are seeing the Carnage leading BPS by around 800 cups. It's still a small difference here. Any result, all the results tomorrow, all the results on Saturday would be very crucial to their chances in the top 8. Let's regenerate that bracket once again. That's a fake GC. Power rating for you. This is not the right power rating, so let's change it to the correct one. The correct one will be as follows. Not this one. So we have HSOP and Red T now out of top 8. Really low chance, really almost impossible for both of them to advance to the top 8. Oh, thank you, Blue Star, for donating. But if you want to donate as well, I think PayPal is better for me because I so far have not received any payments from YouTube. So if you want to donate, go and donate via PayPal. But we are sure that Aqua, Endgame, and Turks are quite solid. They're through to the next round. Aqua, APA also quite solid, and I think with Serenity now finishing second, and Carnage finishing 4th tonight, they are leaning to be maybe likely to be in the top 8. Besides that, we are also having thank you very much. Be sure to leave a like if you haven't already. And Loka, very low chance, 28.2%, but they still have a chance. They still have a very small chance. Ray, 48.5, absolutely, they're still very high up the rating. But they need a win. They really need a good performance on Saturday in order to be back in the top 8. Loka, however, in the 5th position, the power rating, but they are languishing in the table. BPS 25.4 points. Because I'm counting the 2-1 win against Serenity, so now they are now in the 7th position. But Serenity also impressed with some of the other results. Good win against Carnage, and also went really close with Aqua. So as it stands, the top 8 according to power rating is Endgame, Aqua, Raid, Turks, Loka, Serenity, BPS, and Carnage. While APA, although like in 4th position in the number of cups, it's 11th in the power rating, and Veil last 14.1, but they are in 7th place. So's are in the 8th place. They have 53. They are over 50% chances of them securing spots in the top 8. But Immortals still 50-50 for them. BPS still has a chance, but the chances are diminishing. So other than that, this has been me, Wildwood's Helper, and thank you for watching this stream. And don't forget to follow both Fishy and Peter tonight on the NA server. I believe Peter. Let me double check. Peter. PC's broken. Still Windows XP. Why still Windows XP? Lol. We have Oh, so Fujit is going to be through the bracket to the final. I'm sorry, Fujit was still streaming. So I was wrong about this. I thought Fujit was following just the team, but no, he is following the bracket, so he is following Serenity. So his stream didn't end, so I apologize for the misinformation right there. Yeah. So we have for the for the NA server, Avery is on Pramo and Fishy is on CPG. And this has been me tonight. Once again, I have to say goodbye, and thank you for joining. And hopefully, 7 through skill tournaments is it's going to be even more exciting to watch. I'll be following Immortals on the E server. Asia I am with E4D, which is a clan that is going to lead a really strong day, and will it be on the 7 previous skill tournaments, or will they be the second clan to be knocked out in the quarterfinals during the group stage? Hopefully not. We still support E4D, and we really want to see them succeed this season. They have started really well. They just faltered during the season, losing ENT twice, I think 0-2, then losing to EA, and the 7 previous skill tournaments would be the tournament that they need to be really good. But other than that,